What is up, guys? Tentative Man here, bringing another exciting battle. And here I'm facing a guy off of Team Aqua. I don't think he's got a YouTube, but this is a very exciting game. It's an NU match, and he's got some scary stuff. He's got Urzaring, he's got Gorbis, which I'm very afraid of. He's got a Magmortar, probably a Prankster Murkrow, and he's even got a Shuckle in there. And I just got a randomly assembled team here. But let me tell you, Electabuzz is a man. And he's a manly man, and I'm giving this video a title that is, it's going to do the same thing. He's a manly man, part ducks. And this video is pretty much why Electabuzz is so amazing. But without further ado, let's get this battle started. And let me guys tell you, it was pretty intense. There's a lot of crazy, just amazing things. So he's going to lead off of his Urzaring, surprisingly, and I'm going to lead off with my Electabuzz because I saw he had no ground type, so I felt free going into my Scarf Electabuzz for, being able to do some scouting and such. He leads off with Protect to get his Toxic Orb activated. I wasn't sure if he had Protect or Sword Stance, but, I revealed to him I am going to use Volt Switch, and I figure he assumes I'm choice, but just going to stay in, go for the Volt Switch just to get some damage off, and boom, yeah, because Volt Switch is amazing. So, I'm going to switch out, and I go into my tank predicting, probably the close combat, most likely. I think he expects me to go into my Golem, but he actually surprises me. He actually carries Earthquake, which is kind of surprising. You don't really see Urzarings of Earthquake, but that does diddly like Eviolite Tangela. Tangela is a humongous physical pain in the butt in ever use. It just takes physical hits so well. This is a quick feet Urzaring, he told me. Look how much this Facade does. Nothing. Nothing to my Eviolite Tangela. Nothing. So go for the Giga Drain, doing some good, solid damage here. And we get a lot of that health back, which is great. And, he's practically down to, like, zilch HP. He's just going to take, he's actually going to switch out here, and he goes into his Drifblim, which, I didn't expect him to switch out because, I still could have, set up my rocks or something. So, I felt pretty safe just going for the Giga Drain. So, I could have sleep cutted him to switch, not to, because I didn't think he'd switch. So, but this Drifblim actually carries Sub, which really sucks. I wasn't really sure what to expect from this thing. I just wanted to put to sleep. So I tried to go for the Sleep Powder. It doesn't work. So I got to switch out here. I'm going to go back into that Electabuzz because, again, Electabuzz is a very manly Poke. So he's going to take this opportunity now to start stockpiling, and that's concerning because I actually think I've heard of the set. And it's a Acrobatics Flight Gem one that utilizes a defense boost and the Unburden Speed boost to sweep, which I find a very ineffective strategy. I like using the Calm Mind Drifblim a lot better. I just find that utilizing. So I'm going to lock myself into Thunderbolt because it's my strongest option, and he's just going to keep stockpiling, which is, he's now got that +2 defense, +2 special defense. So to say I'm kind of worried is an understatement because it can take hits pretty well. So, but there's no way I'm going to switch out. I just want to get out some damage. I'm going to go for that Stab Thunderbolt, and it does a very nice chunk to it even after +2. He's now going to unveil that +2 Acrobatics, or not +2, but Flight Gem boosted Acrobatics, and surprise, surprise, Electabuzz takes that so well. Look how well it took it, my God. And I'm able to take it out. I'm actually able to outspeed it because I'm Scarfed, and I'm able to take it out with another Thunderbolt, which is amazing. Electabuzz putting in work like a boss because it's amazing, and that's pretty much all it is. So he's now going to send out his Shuckle, which is a humongous pain in the butt. So what I wanted to do, I wasn't sure what to really switch in here because I had a feeling he'd probably go for Toxic, but I decided, screw it, I'm going to bring in my Golem. I don't care if it gets Toxic. I want my Rocks up. I want to get that Urzaring down. So he's going to go for Toxic, poison my Golem, which isn't, I guess, too much of a big deal, but at the same time, it kind of sucks. So, yeah, that's kind of concerning. So I'm going to take this opportunity to set up my Rocks. I believe he sets up his Rocks here as well. So, boom, we get our Rocks up, and a little bit of ouch return effects because I'm holding lefties and some poison. And on this next play, I believe I misclicked. I didn't mean to hit Earthquake. I was meaning to go for the Stone Edge, but I actually misclicked and went for the Earthquake, which is, it doesn't really matter too much because it's still stab. It has a pretty decent chunk to it regardless. And he actually reveals to me his Power Split, which is a rarity on Shuckles, I've noticed. Most of them don't really carry power split. So that pretty much effectively cripples my Golem. So I'm kind of forced to switch out here, which really sucks. So, and he makes an excellent play here. I'm going to switch out back into my Tangela, predicting, you know, something not toxic. So out comes Tangela, and what does he do? He toxics. After I hit my rocks, he toxics me, which, again, really freaking sucks. But not much I can do because, you know, that. So, and going to hit by poison. Here he's going to be getting another great play. He's going to switch out and go into his Mag Mortar, and I wasn't sure if it was Flame Body or Vital Spirit, and the sole reason these things carry Vital Spirit is because of Tangela and a lot of other grass types. Going to go for the Sleep Powder. Boom, he's got Vital Spirit. So, nah, whatever. I really couldn't do much to it anyway. I think I have HP Fire on this thing. I could be wrong. But here he over-predicts, goes for the Focus Blast, misses. Wouldn't have KO'd me anyway. Maybe for the knockoff, wanting to see what item he's got. He actually had an Expert Belt, which kind of surprised me. But it proves to me he's not choiced, and he's not holding a Life Orb. So, but I'm going to pretty much just leave in Tangela as Death Fodder here, because I really don't have much use for it, because I know Gorbis is going to make mincemeat out of it. My Mortar destroys it. So Tangela is kind of my weakest link here. I'm just going to sacrifice it here. Now I'm going to go into my Samurott, knowing most likely, thanks to it not holding an Expert Belt, and Thunderbolt is unstabbed, I know that I can take at least one, most likely. I'm very confident in Samurott's bulk. I'm pretty confident anyway. But, goes for the T-Bolt. I live with 13 HP like a boss. I'm going to set up a Sword Stance. And now Samurott's going to do a little bit of work because Samurott's a monster. So, going to get some Leftovers recovery just because I give it lefties because it works. He's going to switch out Mag Mortar, and I believe he goes into his Ursaring. Yes, he does. He's going to bring out his Ursaring as Death Fodder, and I could have Sword Stanced again, but I really didn't know what he'd switch into. I had to go for the safe Aqua Jet because I didn't want to die here. It would have been pointless to set up +2 if I didn't go for the Aqua Jet. So, as I'm in Torrent range to boot, so I could hit anything extremely hard of a +2 Aqua Jet. So, out comes the Shuckle, and I didn't realize that this thing did not have leftovers at this point. I mean, I knew it didn't have leftovers, but I wasn't sure what exact item it was holding. I go for the Waterfall because it's, Aqua Jet may not have killed. I don't think it would have killed. It actually probably would have, but Aqua Jet's safe. He shows to me he's got Rocky Helmet, and that finishes off my Samurai, and that sucks. But to double down, down goes my Shuckle, and my Samurai faints as well. So now I'm going to go into my Electabuzz, and he's going to bring out his Murkrow here. And I really didn't know what kind of Murkrow this would have been. I was not sure if it was a Perish Trapper. I wasn't sure if it was just a Taunter in general or what it did. But here he just unleashes Perish Song. I think he was anticipating me to go for Thunderbolt, to lock myself into it. But no, I'm just going for the Volt Switch to kind of scout to see what he was going to do, because, again, nothing can take a Volt Switch. So, now, unfortunately, I do get a crit here, and I think it mattered, especially since Murkrow is Eviolite. I think he could have taken at least one Thunderbolt or Volt Switch. Maybe not a Thunderbolt, but I think it would have taken a Volt Switch. So I'm sorry if that mattered. I probably should do a Calc. But I'm just going to bring out Golem kind of aimlessly because I really have no business otherwise. So, going to get some Leftovers recovery going, and I believe I'm down to my Golem, I'm down to Electabuzz, and my Musharna, which is that Stored Power variant. And he's going to bring out my biggest threat, which is Gorbis, by far, because Gorbis is a pain in the ass. Shell Smashing shenanigans, I can easily sweep in my entire team just by, it's Shell Smashing stuff. So after, it gets the Shell Smash up, I didn't want to Sucker Punch because I knew he'd try to Shell Smash. And, that's why I'm going to go for a Stab Earthquake here just to get off some damage. I did not want to go for the Stone Edge to risk it missing, so I'm going to go for the Stab Earthquake. And it does a pretty nice chunk to it. If he had Life Orb, Earthquake actually might have killed or brought it down into the red, where I could have finished off with Sucker Punch. But he had the White Herb, which makes sense. It's the most logical option, especially never used for it. So I know he's going to take me out next turn, so I'm just going to go for the Sucker Punch, because he's not going to want to try to set up again. There's no way. So he's going to go for a Surf and just finish me off. I mean, he's pretty confident at this point that he can outspeed every member of my team. So down goes my Golem, and to be honest, I don't think my Musharna can take a +2 Surf. I don't think, and there's no way Electabuzz is going to. But again, Electabuzz is Scarfed. I am Timid Scarfed. Will I outspeed? I actually outspeed +2 Gorbis, and I'm going to destroy this thing with a Thunderbolt. Guys, that was freaking amazing, and the feeling that I got was just incredible. This is the sole reason I run Scarf and Electabuzz. My goodness gracious, outspeed so much shit. Oh my god. And his last poke is that Magmortar, and I'm assuming for the Stat Thunderbolt, and much to my surprise, this T-Bolt actually kills. And guys, that will be the game. What a great game. Electabuzz proving how amazing it is and never used. I love using it. Oh my god, probably the best Volt Switch of the tier, other than Substrika. But Electabuzz does have that better special attack than Substrika, even though, you know, my Substrika is Spac, so like my Electabuzz is Scarf. So that was a really awesome game, and so hope you guys enjoyed. Rate, comment, sub, and later, guys.